How's it going? My name is Jeff, and today I'm going to doing another unboxing for Marvel Legendary. So this one I'm going to add to my collection is called the MidKnightSons. I'm anticipating that obviously this is not anticipating. I mean, we can all tell no, that's Blade. This will be interesting to see what is going to be inside this box and what other rulings they'll add to the game as I start to learn more um, different rulings. So let's get this one checked out. So, as always, we gotta get the cellophane off. And I don't have any. There we go. Got a little piece of it stuck in my finger for some reason. There we go. All right. Box it with two. All right. All right. So we got here. MidKnightSons. Long thought dead, the most bloodthirsty demons of the Marvel Universe have finally been resurrected. Zarathos, the fiery skull-headed demon lord from whom Ghost Rider drew his powers. Lilith, the ancient demon goddess who raises endless Lillian demon spawn. And the great old one, Chthon, the lurking, hungering elder god who created the cursed Darkhold, or Darkhold Tome. To oppose them rise the MidKnightSons, an unlikely team of paranormal heroes from the horror side of Marvel Comics. Some are monsters themselves, like Morbius, the living vampire, and Jack Russell, the werewolf by night, and then others are monster hunters, like Stakes and Guns, Elsa, Bloodstone, and Wong, master of the mystic arts. Blade is both vampire and half vampire and vampire hunter. Now come the darkest midnight hour. So I got some new rulings here. Blood frenzy. Vampires and werewolves famously crave the taste of blood. Furious rage drives them to seek more of the red delight, gaining strength from every kind of blood they drain. This is shown by the new blood frenzy keyword. So Blood Frenzy on a hero card means you get +1 attack for each different VP value you have among cards in your victory pile. Likewise, on a villain card, during your turn, Blood Frenzy means this villain gets +1 attack for each different VP value you have among cards in your victory pile. Okay, so it goes both ways. VP victory points shown as for it only matters how many different VP values you have among cards in your victory pile. Doesn't matter how many you have any single value. So if your victory pile has cards worth 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 5, then your frenzy would be +4 attack. This includes bystanders in your victory pile. Horrifically, even heroic vampires and werewolves cannot always resist draining blood from innocents. Use whatever VP card is worth, not just its printed VP. If a Master Strike becomes villain worth 4 VP, then it counts towards the VP for Blood Frenzy. An undercover agent worth 1 VP counts as 1 VP of 2. If a card gets into your victory pile somehow with no printed or specified VP value, it counts as 0 VP, which is a number that can help your Blood Frenzy. That's cool. Hunt for victims. Some sadistic villains say ambush, hunt for victims. This means KO a bystander that is captured by any villain or mastermind in the escape pile or in the escape pile. If you can't, then this captures a bystander instead. Other abilities on Lilith and Lillian that benefit from the number of bystanders in the KO pile. If a player fights Lilith and the mastermind tactic hunts for victims and captures a bystander, the player doesn't immediately rescue that bystander, which, when facing enemies that hunt for victims, defeat villains holding captured bystanders quickly before those bystanders are hunted as victims. Alright, so then we have Haunt. So Zarathos and his Fallen can control heroes' bodies like twisted puppets. They say things like ambush. Haunt is the rightmost unhaunted hero in the HQ. This means tuck the villain beneath that hero haunting it so you can see the villain's name. Players can't recruit that haunted hero while the haunting villain is under it. Instead, a player can spend attack equal to the haunted hero's cost to exorcise that haunted hero. If a player does, they either KO the haunted hero or choose a player to gain it. Then the haunting villain enters the city, ignoring any ambush effects it has. While a villain is haunting a hero, you can't fight the haunting villain itself. You have to spend attack to exorcise the haunted hero first, driving the haunting villain into the city so you can finish it off there. Exorcising a haunted hero is not a fight. Don't do any fight abilities on the haunting villain. A villain can't be haunted by two villains. A hero can't be haunted by two villains at once. Haunt abilities all say to haunt on unhaunted hero. So Zarathos, Master Strikes, and Tactics can cause him to haunt a hero in the same way. Exorcising that hero drives Zarathos back to the mastermind space. A haunted hero is still a hero, so it can still be affected by things that affect heroes in the HQ. Villain escaping the city that KOs a hero from the HQ that costs 6 or less can KO a haunted hero. Card effects that you gain hero from the HQ or put a hero from the HQ on the bottom of the hero deck still work on haunted heroes. However, card effects that say recruit a hero from the HQ for free don't work on haunted heroes since you can't recruit them. If something causes a haunted hero to leave the HQ, the haunting villain stays in the HQ space and haunts the new hero that arrives to refill the hero space. Okay, so basically, like, say if you get the, a twist, and you choose to put that hero on the bottom of the deck, that villain stays in the spot, and then when the new hero gets recruited, they get haunted. If an HQ space is destroyed, KO any haunted hero there, and the haunting villain enters the city, ignoring any ambush effects. Alright, so Moonlight and Sunlight. Vampires and werewolves are especially vicious at night. Meanwhile, long spells can focus sunlight to destroy creatures of shadow. This is represented by this matched pair of keywords, which first debuted in Legendary, the New Mutants in 2020. Some hero cards say things like Moonlight, draw a card. Others say Sunlight, you get to attack. Moonlight abilities work only when most of the heroes in HQ have an odd number cost. Likewise, the Sunlight abilities work only when most heroes in HQ have even number costs. Besides heroes, some villains also say they get extra attack on or abilities during Moonlight or Sunlight. There is a tied number of odd and even numbered heroes in the HQ, perhaps because some HQ spaces were added or destroyed. Neither Moonlight nor Sunlight is in effect. Only the printed costs matter abilities that change the cost of heroes in the HQ won't affect Moonlight and Sunlight. Haunted heroes are still heroes, so they still count towards moonlight and sunlight. And any villains haunting them don't count since they are heroes. A divided card from Legendary, Civil War, or other sets still counts as just one card for Moonlight slash Sunlight. You can remember that Moonlight abilities love odd numbered costs with the phrase, the odd ones come out at night. Okay, that's adorable. All right. So manipulating Moonlight and Sunlight, clever players can recruit cards out of the HQ and at crucial times to manipulate if it is a Moonlight or Sunlight. When villains escape When villains escape KOing heroes from the HQ, you can also use this to shift towards Moonlight or Sunlight. In the game, with many Moonlight and Sunlight effects, some players like to shift odd number cost cards to the HQ down a little bit, as shown here. This makes it easier to tell whether Moonlight or Sunlight is in effect. All right. Patrol. When evil creatures of the night stalk innocent civilians, monster hunters like Elsa, Bloodstone, and Blade patrol vulnerable areas to keep them clear out of the dangerous fiends. This keyword debuted in Legendary Secret Wars Volume 2 in 2015. Some cards say things like patrol the bridge. If it is empty, draw a card. You can use the specified patrol ability only in the specified city space that has no cards in it. If that city space becomes empty later in the turn, it's too late to use the patrol ability. If a card effect causes a city space to not exist, you can't use patrol abilities for that space. Abilities triggering separately. Some hero cards have a sunlight or patrol ability. Then a separate ability like Instinct, give +1 attack on another line. Do each of the card's abilities one at a time in the order listed. The second ability doesn't require both Sunlight and a played Instinct card. Some Sunlight abilities can move cards out of HQ. This might enable Moonlight ability later on a card to activate too. It's interesting. It is very interesting. Alright, so let's see what we got to work here. Let's just combine these up right now. So this is Alright, well, I think I kind of have them in order. These are all kind of mixed up a little bit. We'll just work with what we got. Alright, so First card is instinct card, 3 cost. Patrol the streets. If it's empty, you get plus 2 recruit. If it's not, you get plus 2 attack. And then if you play an instinct card, you get both of those effects. It's also Bloodstone. So that's 1, 2, 3, 6. So it looks like there's six copies of those. And then we have a tech card, it looks like. Oh, no. 7, 8, 9, 10. So she gets 10 of those? That's interesting. So she gets 10 of those. And then like she gets 6 copies of Silver Bullets. Tech card, patrol the streets. If it's empty, you get plus 1 attack, and then 4 cost, and then 2 attack, and then you get plus 1 attack if you play the tech card. I think that's actually all of her cards. Interesting. So it doesn't get like a big old good rare card, I guess. So these all have. These are so out of. These are all mixed up. Trying to organize these real quickly. Okay. I think I got everything. All right. So next one's Werewolf by Night. He has 2 cards. Track the Captives. Has a Moonlight effect. So whenever you it's also an instinct card. 7 cost, 5 attack. Moonlight. Whenever you defeat a villain or mastermind this turn, you may rescue a bystander or gain a hero from HQ or sidekick deck, whose cost is less than the enemy's attack. And then if you played an instinct card, you get plus 2 attack for it. That's 2 copies that it gets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 copies of Werewolf by Night. This is a strength card, 3 cost, 2 attack. It has a sunlight effect where you may put a hero from HQ on the bottom of your hero deck. Or you have a moonlight effect where whenever you defeat a villain or mastermind this turn, you may KO one of your heroes. Six copies of an instinct 5 cost card. Release the Beast, Werewolf by Night. And this gets 3 recruit for sunlight, and then moonlight it gets blood frenzy, and then if you played an instant card, you can get both of the effects. And then we get 10 copies of Starlit Path, Werewolf by Night. 2 cost instinct for 1 attack, and then you get 1 attack for sunlight, and then if it's moonlight, you get to draw a card. And that is the Werewolf by Night. So their hero cards are actually more than normal. I think like their hero cards are usually 14. $28 cards. Is that right? Feels wrong. Then we have, looks like Morbius. I wonder if they get more cards because they're supernaturally powerful. They're just so scrambled. All right. All right, so Morbius. He gets two cards. It's Morbin Time. That's cool. A little Power Rangers reference. Covert card, 7 cost, 3 attack, and then Covert Blood Frenzy, drawing that many cards instead of gaining the attack. Nine copies of Mesmerize. It's a covert card, 3 cost, 2 recruit, and then Moonlight effect, Blood Frenzy, gaining recruit instead of attack. And then we have Strength card, 4 cost, 2 attack. Scalded by Sunlight. Sunlight effect, you may gain a wound. If you do, you get +2 attack. Moonlight, you may KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. If you do, you get +2 attack. Oh, I lied. There's another copy of that. And then 10 copies of Insatiable Craving. 2 attack. And then Blood Frenzy if you played the cover card. And then it's a 5 cost. That's it. That is Morbius. So we got here, we got, and then last but not least, it is Blade. So, all right, so we have 10 copies of Where Monsters Lurk, Blade Daywalker. Strength card, 4 cost, 2 recruit. Patrol the rooftops. If it is empty, draw a card. And then patrol the sewers. If it is empty, you get +1 recruit. All right, he gets 10 tech cards. Ride by Moonlight. It's a tech card, 5 cost, 3 attack. You may move a villain to another city space. If another villain is already there, swap them. And then if it has the Moonlight effect, he gets +1 attack on the card. And then we have 6 copies of Haunted High and Low. And Instinct. 3 cost, 2 attack. Patrol the rooftops. If it is empty, reveal the top card of your deck. You may KO it. And then patrol the sewers. If it is empty, reveal the bottom of the card of the deck, and then you may KO it. And then we have 2 copies of Creature of Dawn and Dusk, Blade, Daywalker, and then 4 attack, Sunlight. You get +2 attack, and you may put a hero from the HQ on the bottom of the hero deck. And then Moonlight is Blood Frenzy, 7 cost. And that is that. Oh, interesting. So this doesn't. Hmm. Am I missing something here? I thought there was. Hmm. Isn't there a villain? Hundred cards, 5 new heroes, 2 masterminds, and villain groups, and a rule sheet. So I I thought I thought that was weird that I had duplicates of the hero cards. I had more than 14. So I didn't get any villains or masterminds in my deck. That is well, I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that before. I think I need to look into that. Huh. Well, I guess I don't have anything else to show because I got duplicate hero cards in my legendary of MidKnightSons. So, well, on that note, I'm going to do some research of what I should do about that. Other than that, I hope everyone. So let this be a lesson. All the heroes should have 14 cards, and yeah, not 20 like I thought it was. I may have got, or maybe it was just a error in the packaging, but who knows? Well, I'll just have to look into that. All right. Other than that, hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.